Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 2016 Winmau World Masters, and we continue our men's quarterfinals here at the home of world darts, the Lakeside. We now introduce to the stage a player from the Republic of Ireland enjoying his stage debut at the Winmau World Masters. He's the Joker. He's John O'Shea. We now bring to the stage the Lakeside World Championship semi-finalist, a Winmau World Masters finalist. It's the boy from the Black Country, Yozza, Jamie Hughes.
Well, here we are. We've got Ireland against England here in the form of John O'Shea. He's had a wonderful tournament so far. And Jamie Hughes, a man you might have expected to be still around at this stage in this event. A very consistent performer and one of the best players in the video system. And having seen a game there of great quality just a few months ago, and almost a shock, in that the #1 seed almost went out. Perhaps here, Jeff Smith, who I'm delighted is sitting alongside me. I'm sure he'd rather be up there playing, but got ousted from the tournament earlier. This lad, John O'Shea, has had quite a tournament, and the evidence of it there. Brian Dawson, Martin Adams, two great scalps.
Yeah, he's had an amazing tournament for him right now. It's like I say, I'm sure he's happy where he's at, but I don't think he's finished yet either.
And in the last 32, Jamie Hughes has taken care of the formidable Gary Robson and Jim Williams, the Welshman. Two, again, very, very talented players and experienced players. But Jamie Hughes, one of the favourites for this event. He's really a very, very consistent man. So John O'Shea, not related to the great Irish international of yesteryear, John Joe O'Shea, but from the same part of the world in County Cork. And John Joe was some player, one of the great Irish players of the 80s, 90s. And this man, not related to him, has...
He's certainly looking to become making a name for himself. So,
flown the flag for the Republic of Ireland in this event. But the man from the Black Country, the man from Tipton,
59
in West Midlands.
James had another one of his type of years where he just grinds everything out. He always seems to be around in these later stages of tournaments.
Yes, averaged around about 90, just over 90 in his victory over Gary Robson. And did even better when he played Jim Williams, who actually missed darts to beat Jamie. And that's the precarious nature of best of 3 legs over what was best of 5 sets. You're vulnerable, aren't you?
Yeah, it's such a short cutthroat format. You know what I mean? You have one bad leg and that could be a set. So a little bit longer format today, which is it's first to 4 sets versus 3. So it gives them a chance for all players to get settled in. So.
As we've seen, I think, evidenced, of course, Glenn Durrant would have been a goner in best of 5.
#1 seed, you're not expecting to see it 3-1 down. He's done well to come back, and it shows the class that he has.
156.
Great darts there from O'Shea, lands him on #8 after a precarious start. But he's going to be first to have a pot at a double here. Excellent retort from Hughes, so #8. Oh, fraction in now.
12.
Well, I'd suggest those last 2 darts were a touch careless. Should be closer.
Yeah, that first one kind of blocked the bed a little bit, and I think it was a difficult target to hit.
Yeah, that's game short of the first one.
Jamie into the match here now.
And I think the evidence of that is that you cannot afford to give people like Jamie Hughes a second chance. Really got to take it out, O'Shea, if he's going to live with him.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, there's nobody better in the BDO system than cleaning up legs like Jamie does. He seems to get those opportunities, and he doesn't miss them very often.
$100.
"30 years of age.
140.
And banging in 140s for fun. Yozza Hughes. Against a man 11
60.
years his senior, known as the Joker, the Irishman. This fella called Yozza Hughes. Do you get that in Canada? You call Hughes Yozza like we do?
Not too much.
No?
It's kind of different. Being the dialect is a little different from us, from what you guys have here, but.
I could be corrected, but I think it's a Scouse Liverpool expression. 180.
Jamie require 164.
Couldn't have been better time, but he's still got work to do, O'Shea, for all that.
64. John, you
He's
require
left a 2-darter here, but
161.
this would be a great shot for O'Shea if he can pull this off.
Yes, inconsistency is the
45.
word that springs to mind. I haven't seen a lot of him, but I've seen enough so far to suggest that when you hit a 180 and then follow up with a throw like that, it can only be inconsistency. Whereas with this guy,
80.
double 10 would have
John, you
given
require
him this first
160.
set. 116, various ways of going. The traditional way, of course, is via the treble 20, but there are players who go the 19s route.
Yeah, I tend to use that one once in a while. It's whatever you're comfortable with. You just got to get yourself a shot at that double.
He's gone 2 double 4 here rather than go for the double 5.
16.
Well, you've still got to hit the double, whichever 56. One it is you decide to go for. 56 here, Jim. Jeff
That's game short of the second line.
He got it anyway. There we are.
Third leg is
still very much in it then.
There's where that best of 3 sets come in. It's all of a sudden he's right back into the set again and taking advantage of that missed dart from Jamie.
139.
Well, that's good going. Would you have stayed up there and gone for the maximum?
I'm a player that likes to use the board. It's kind of, I'm hard on spotters when it comes to that kind of thing, but Jamie's straight back in it. Showing John where it was at.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. 139 from this man, 180 from Hughes.
45.
That again, that one careless dart that you cannot afford at this level.
Jamie's so good at taking advantage of those types of shots.
You're speaking from experience,
60.
Jeff?
Yeah, I've played Jamie once before, but it was just a local tournament over in the Isle of Man. So, but which I did beat him, by the way. Just wanted to let you know. But
oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
140.
He's a great player, him.
Yes, I think Yozza is a Scouse Liverpool expression. There was a programme on the television way back.
140.
He's a job, Yozza Hughes. Maybe I'm wrong, but I know lots of Hugheses who are called Yozza.
He's in the driver's seat here, but that's going to put a bit of pressure on this 121. Triple 17 here.
53. John, you require
a chance here for
77.
John if he can get this.
Well, he may not have a better chance of going for a set.
67.
Double 5 was what he wanted in
Jamie,
the end.
you require
But,
68.
68 from Hughes. We saw Glenn Durrant take this out when he really needed it, but not so here for Hughes. Well,
chance to get a set on the board here.
28.
He had his chance, didn't he?
10.
And now, what we said previously about giving chances applies there. Applies equally just as much. Hughes can't afford to let O'Shea in.
First lag is
And that means that
game on.
John O'Shea goes one set up. He did have the throw in that set, but
96.
maybe after losing the first leg, a bit of a surprise that he should go on to win it.
At least he's going to have a set on the board now, and that will settle this man down.
100.
He's not got a lot of stage experience, but he's building on it.
That's a lovely shot of a player with a great stance, super
100.
throw. Nice action. And, the lakeside crowd enjoying a Sunday afternoon
41.
on a frosty day here in Surrey.
It's coming down for the 19s here.
99.
Big Leeds United fan. I said, what's a man from Cork
96.
doing supporting Leeds United? Not that I've got anything against them, but they do have fans around the world. And he said, well, my dad supported them.
85.
And his dad remembered the great Leeds United of the late 60s and through the 70s. Wonderful, wonderful side.
60.
And
Jamie
maybe on the up now,
121.
maybe moving in the right direction. Again. As for Jamie, he's from the Wolverhampton area. Dudley, Tipton, to be exact.
97.
Didn't have to go for the
97
outshot
from
there.
him, Jeff, wasn't it?
Yeah, he didn't have to go for the out on that with John sitting back on 204. He played the percentage shot and left the short shot of the double here.
Jamie, you require 24.
Fancy this.
That's a good first start.
Yeah, it's a nice
King
lie
Sean
about
the
it,
first
and
line.
you know
Jamie
that
Hughes.
just enough room
Second line
underneath for
is
the
John
other
the
one.
Troll first.
Not necessarily
Game
to
on.
nestle, but it acts as a guide as well as a buffer, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's very good at that. If he gets that first start just slightly above it, the way he
100.
throws, he comes into the dart, so it's definitely going to be to his advantage.
Well, he won the opening leg of the first set, but lost the set. He's won the opening leg of the second set. Won't want to lose this set.
81.
As you said earlier, Jeff, when it's best of 7, you've got a little bit more leeway if you go 2 sets down, as we've already seen with Glenn Durrant. But you still don't want
44.
to put yourself in that position if you can help it.
No, it's a lot easier to win from the front than it is to come from behind, but Glenn was able to pull his off, so Jamie's not going to look to be in that position when after 4 or 5 sets, he wants to be
100.
where he needs to be, I guess. Nice ton in there from John.
Yeah, he's from a place called Farrantry, I think it's called, and it's got
41.
a shopping area called Blackpool. There's a Blackpool in County Cork, as well as the one We love so well on the Lancashire coast here in England. Lovely part of the world, you know.
60.
Well, Ireland
Jimmy, you require
generally is a
120.
fantastically beautiful country.
Yeah, it's one of them places I've always wanted to be, but I've never been there yet. So.
Oh, you get there, my friend. It's lovely, and the people are so friendly, so welcoming, so warm. Making a bid
80.
for a
John, you require
120 finish.
156.
Not quite, but will O'Shea spoil the party? No.
40. Jamie, you require 40.
Jamie needs to get in here with a double. It definitely needs to boost his confidence and get him on a roll.
That's King Sean in the second
Well,
set.
he did just exactly what you said, sir. And it gets him in a roll in terms of winning the set. It's now 1-all. And Yoza did a job in that set on the Irishman.
100.
So, 1-all, first to 4 into the semi-finals of the World Master goes.
58.
He's also going to feel like he's part of this game now. It's hardest one to get that first set. Everything can roll on from here. John just throwing in a few loose darts here, which is Jamie's got to realize this and take full advantage.
So much of this is confidence and reassurance.
But this is better.
And that can ebb and flow during a game sometimes, can't it?
Yeah, one thing with Jamie, I've known him for a few years now. He tends to hit these really hot patches where he really gets on it.
So some of your compatriots there a minute ago.
Yeah,
sure we'll see them again shortly.
Quite a few from Canada. They're all here supporting my man Kylie Edmonds, so he's had a great tournament.
47.
Yes, he's been one of the surprise elements of the tournament, but perhaps not to you and other Canadians.
Yeah, we're quite used to seeing him up at the top of the charts most of the time. He's a very smooth, very consistent player. So I'm sure that that game with Mark's going to be exciting to watch because they both power score like crazy. So dare say we're going to see a few 180s in that one.
100.
Yes, that's a bit later on. At the moment, it's John O'Shea, the 41-year-old from County Cork, against
10.
a 30-year-old from Tipton.
It was an unlucky bounce out, but it's left a good finish.
It was an unlucky bounce out, but in a way, he
Jamie,
suffered from his own
156.
inaccuracy. It was the other two darts that caused that, and they weren't exactly where they ought to have been.
Jamie could do with a triple here.
60. John, you require 170.
Well, this would be nice to see. It would be nice to see. We've nearly had one today, but we're going to have to wait a bit longer.
100.
It's a good hit, though. It's
Jamie,
going to
you
leave 70 with a bit of pressure on this for
96.
Jamie. Really depend on where this first dart lies. That's not where he wanted it.
36.
Couldn't rectify it
John, you
immediately,
require
so never had
70.
the pot at the double, and so 70 for O'Shea. That's tops he wants. Double 10.
That's King
Oh,
Sean on the
excellent
first
stuff,
line.
excellent
John
stuff.
O'Shea.
And
Second line is Jamie to throw first.
John O'Shea manages to win that opening leg with the throw. Excellent finish, excellent. He's in and out.
140.
He throws wayward darts and then turns up next and throws 3 brilliant ones.
And those best of threes, that can be dangerous. And that's
Well, you never quite
55.
know what's coming, do you? There's a 55. It wouldn't surprise me if he got 140 next throw.
Jamie, after 140, needs to get out of that one.
41.
That'll fit in there, practicing, and see some of the ladies further along as well.
Vicky in there as well. She had a great game against
40.
Lisa yesterday.
Yes.
This is better from Jamie.
134.
Oh, is it better? You bet. That's what he wanted. That's what he got. Goes down to 186 and a commanding lead here. 220, even a maximum, and you're miles behind. Well, you're a bit behind.
100.
Ton isn't enough, to be honest.
Jamie, he'd be happy with a ton plus, or even a ton here right now with the position he's in.
85.
Oh, you'd settle for 85 when you're, what, 200 ahead.
81.
Another one of those loose darts from John again. Jamie's got 6 darts from here on 101.
44 left.
And double 16.
85.
Just inside, but he's got time.
Right, so 225. Oh, that's unlucky. Now that is unlucky.
65.
But wasn't sure about the one previously, but that was
Jamie, you
unlucky.
require 60.
Even so, I don't think it's going to matter too much.
Just
Surely
on the line.
line this up.
That's game short of the second
We're
line.
even now.
Jamie Hughes. Third line
We're
goes
even
to the
now for
21st.
certain in terms of sets, in terms of legs, and therefore throwing first. Got to get off to a good start, John.
60.
No, not good enough perhaps. Hughes will scent the opportunity here. A 140 puts him in charge of the leg.
That's a good first dart from Jamie. The way his darts stand up, that's got to be a 140.
140.
Well said, sir. Well said, Jeff Smith.
$100.
That ton will hold him in here. Jamie's really looking to break this throw, though. He's got to come down. That is a bad lie for him.
57.
Well, using the board in full there, only 57. Nip and tuck this in a deciding leg. Not yet the deciding set.
100.
Moving probably inexorably towards it. That will come at
55.
3 sets all. Some way to go yet. But when it's only best of 3 legs each set.
Neither one of them are taking advantage of each other's mistakes here right now.
Would you suggest tentative each player feels?
I think they're both expecting the other one to do better than what they have been. So these last two have been better.
100. John, you require 141.
Throw for throw, not a lot in it. 141, 149, but O'Shea with a distinct advantage. There's the wayward dart, but he picks it up again. Oh, how does he pick it up again? If he'd intended 5, treble 20, treble 20, it would have been a brilliant, brilliant consideration. He didn't, but double 8. Now awaits the Irishman, knowing he's going to get it. That's a great visit, Jeff.
That was a good pullback by Jamie, but he's sitting on double 4 here now for the set.
12.
Well, that last visit from Hughes
Jamie,
had
you require
quality
24.
written all over it. Now he's got to make it pay by getting the double 12 and going 2 sets to 1 up. O'Shea, chances there to take the set.
Jamie composing himself here, having a good look at this double. He knows it's important.
Yeah, that's game short of the
Oh, he
third.
composed
Jamie
them
Hughes.
just like
Fourth set,
Beethoven,
first line,
Mozart,
Jamie to throw
and
first.
Schubert
Jamie.
used to, making music on the dartboard. 2-1 now to Jamie Hughes. Never intended missing double 12 there.
No, and again, that's a break a throw for him, so he's now throwing to go 3-1 up here. So
45.
he hasn't opened well. And all of a sudden,
Yes.
John has an opportunity to get back in this game again.
That's the game. You throw brilliantly one
140.
moment. This fella amazes me, John O'Shea. If he could get that level of consistency that he really needs to win a tournament like this, he would be a serious threat. Mind you, he's got to this stage by throwing good darts, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's taken out some top players along the way, and like I say, it's the way he plays. It's very hard to get a feel and hard to play against, because it's one shot, it's a couple of loose darts here, and then the next one there's 3 of them are in. So Jamie back on 3-1-6. There's another good dart for Jamie.
Oh, 2 good darts for Jamie.
3
good darts for Jamie.
That's his third 180 in this match, leaving an outshot on 136. John can do nothing but set it up from here.
60. Jamie, you require 136.
May come down for the 19s on this one. That's a good last dart. I thought that was going to be in there, but it's not.
No, very unlucky. But if you're going to miss, that's the time to do it. He's got
55.
Even now, ample time here, one feels, because O'Shea way back on 146, 89, treble 19 for double 16.
Just inside on that.
57.
Yes, I'm surprised he didn't.
146.
Jog just inside. He obviously intended doing.
So he's not going to have a crack at this 146. So Jamie's comfortably going to come back for a double 16
82.
Here.
Jamie, you require 32.
Straight on the line.
Yeah, that's came short in the first line.
I like that first one because it was just above the middle of the target, only just outside, and effectively if he threw at it, there was always a chance he was going to be in that bottom half somewhere. Yeah, and he got it nicely.
Jamie loves to use the bed. If the first dart goes in the right spot for him, you almost expect the next dart to go in. John only with an 83 start on this one. Jamie's looking to take advantage of this if he can put another one in there.
81.
Marco Mayer, the Dutch referee, lovely lad, came in, saw me, shook my hand, always very friendly.
59.
Well, all the referees are, of course they are. They're all good lads, do a good job.
Yeah, they're all a big family too. They're all everybody's friends here.
96.
That's a good first start from John. And second.
180
for the max.
Lovely to see. And that's the man, isn't it? O'Shea made it look so easy there, but there's no guarantee that next throw will be. Well, he can't get it to 180. He wouldn't want to, but you know what I mean. His next throw is going to be as productive.
This is where he needs to tidy up them loose darts and make sure he leaves a good finish here.
47.
See, that 7 was exactly illustrates my point. But he's in a good position in this leg. Not necessarily now.
Yeah, 132. It's a good TV shot, but it's he should have been a little bit closer on that.
Jamie
did the same thing there. So.
He's got to go the bull route here, hasn't he? Well, he did try to.
37. Jamie, you require
still left it a ways
139.
back.
And it's let Hughes in. It's given him a definite chance. I know that he can't take this out, but now it gives him a definite chance because O'Shea now is
99.
committed, utterly committed, whereas he might not have been.
He's got a couple
after
options
that 180.
here.
Wants the ball. Can't see it. Got to move to the left. Got to move to the right. Could have done with that dart being over the
70.
top of the ball instead of underneath it. So
Jamie, you require 40.
the leg which O'Shea looked like dominating could go to Jose Hughes with double 10.
Slight adjustment.
20.
The pain. He did
John, you
give
require
it
25.
the slightest of adjustment, Jeff, but oh, sometimes they just don't go in. Double 80 once. Moved the wire.
9.
Could have done with moving it a bit further.
Jamie, you
to the
require
left.
20.
Jamie having a good look at this now. Nobody's friend. He may go 2. And for the double 4 for the set.
Yeah, that's King Shaw to the
For the
fourth
set,
set.
you got it. And
Jamie
that
Hughes.
is pragmatism perfected. He didn't
Fifth
want
set,
to go for
first
the
leg
double
is
5,
John
for fear of
first,
dropping in the single.
Winmau.
And that's his preferred route. He tried it earlier in the match without success, but on that occasion, totally justified.
83.
3-1 down. John's got a lot of work to do here, so he's going to have to get consistent on these triples.
Yes, O'Shea's got to do a Glenn Durrant. He was 3-1 down earlier in our previous game.
Jamie's back in here again.
114.
That was an unlucky dart there.
And came through to win 4-3 against Wes Arms. But with all due respect to John O'Shea, good a player though he is, as he's demonstrated there, he's no Glenn Durrant, is he?
That's a poor visit from Jamie here. That's going to give John another chance to get back into a leg. And he's taking full advantage of it.
125.
He likes 1-2-5s, doesn't he? I don't know how many 1-2-5s he's hit, but he'd love to turn those into 140s and 180s. That's the difference. You've got to do that. If you're just going to raise your game, you've got to cut out those swings to the left and sometimes to the right.
But he's looking for the big one here. Bullseye for a 170.
145.
That would have been brilliant. He didn't have to go for the bull, but why not? It's there.
Jamie's well back here, so.
132.
Brilliant
John, you
darts,
require
brilliant
25.
darts, but brilliant enough. Double 8. Oh dear, dear, dear. Nearer the
17.
treble. Nearer the treble.
Jamie, you require 89.
You expect Jamie's going to have at least 2 darts at a double or 1 at the bullseye. Double 16.
Yeah, that's
Good
King
adjustment
Shaw
from
to the
Jamie
first
there. Picks
leg.
up the leg.
Jamie Hughes.
Well, he's on a roll
Second
now.
leg is Jamie
He's
to
won
throw first.
5 legs in a
Winmau.
row. And there have been a couple of times during that sequence that O'Shea has had his chance. But frankly,
99.
he hasn't been convincing on the doubles. He's been as inconsistent on those as he has been on this treble. He's hit that treble so many times like that. And he's a marvellous, marvellous player. But he just, well, he frustrates me because I can see that with real added consistency, he can really be a top player. There again, we see it. That which
78.
makes him so frustrating to watch in a way.
Yes, he's hit 4 triples out of 6 on the triple 20s, but he's had 2 more loose darts, keeping Jamie essentially in this leg.
70.
That was a bit unlucky for Jamie there.
O'Shea still in this leg, and it's against the throw.
59.
Well,
But again, a chance for Jamie here.
yep. Got to be hitting at least 1 treble, haven't you, in order to make your score really count and give you
43.
that added advantage. But Hughes hasn't stepped. It's been a poor leg for him, really, this.
Yes, he should have sensed where he's sitting right now. Up a leg, he could have wrapped this up if he had put any kind of a performance in this
58.
game at all. But John still left it well back at 126. Jamie could hurt him here if he hits even 1 triple.
45.
How much of this is due
John,
to
you require
consistency?
126.
Sorry, consistency, of course. How much of it is due to a slight lacking, perhaps, in concentration? He's going for the bull, is he? Oh, he
84.
He might have done
Jamie,
for
you
all
require
I know, but
144.
it wasn't a great dart at bull. Hughes 144. It's not been a great leg for him. It can't be lack of concentration. What is it in a game that where a player can
John, you
suddenly go
require
off the ball?
42.
I feel it comes down to you play a player that's not consistent like John hasn't been. It's a very, very different game than if somebody's just pounding in tons against you. You kind of adapt to the situation.
I think he's burst his score there. He went for 42. He missed the 10, went
Jamie,
in the single 15.
84.
And in the end, he's burst his score. Well, we've seen some carelessness and waywardness from O'Shea, but not quite like that. Now this is on. Double 12. It's been kind to him twice before, and he had a lie like that and then got it.
72.
Oh, but this time. And that was when he was throwing much better earlier in the game.
John, you require 42.
But John now 42 to keep this match alive. He's going to look at double 16 here.
Yeah, that's game short in the second round.
That's what he meant to do last time. Made a bit of a hash of it, but in the end, it doesn't matter. He managed to win it, and he's still in the contest.
Only 43 there from John, so Jamie's really got a sense where he's sitting right now. Needs to find that dart in the top of that treble.
No, the averages have diminished in the last, certainly Hughes is in the last, and I've seen him do this before, Jamie. He can look like the most wonderful player, and then for some reason it goes. It will come back at some stage,
40.
but it may be too late with the format of the game we've got. And it may be just his good fortune that he's playing against a guy who's equally wayward when he can't afford to be, when he'd rather
85.
not be.
Yeah, it's textbook Jamie, really. He hits hot patches, but he tends to get off the boil a bit too sometimes. But this is better though from John.
135.
But he's guaranteed almost one dart in that 5 sector, whether it be in the single or the treble. And if I sound hypercritical, overcritical,
96.
if you can hit 2 treble 20s as regularly as he can, then why not at least the single or another treble like that? Like that, a single 20.
100.
Ton to leave him.
Nothing between these two in this leg. He'll have to come down from that lie. That's better.
98.
Seeing some loose darts from Jamie here now too.
Well, the last 4 or 5 legs from Jamie have been
133.
convincing. He's won 5 legs on the trot. Most of them he was throwing exceptionally well. Got away with one when he perhaps ought not to have done. And the last leg he was deserving of losing it.
59.
This leg he may well
John,
lose it as
require
well.
50.
So, having been a leg down in this set,
Yeah, that's
now
game short in the 5th set.
he
John
takes the
O'Shea.
set. Well,
6 sets,
John
first
O'Shea
out
there,
is
let
Jamie
in,
Mitchell
I
first,
would suggest
Winmau.
by Jamie Hughes, but take nothing away from the way that O'Shea accepted it. 6-1-8 is in the match now. And
89.
surely now
Jamie, you require 42.
the leg at least to Hughes.
On double 16. Switching up for double 8.
Yeah, that's game short in the first line.
Much better from Jamie there. That'll settle his nerves.
Second leg is John the Troll first.
Seeing Jamie just a little bit more aggressive in that leg. You can see it in his throw.
Yeah, best leg for a while, and puts him within 1 leg
58.
of the match. So O'Shea has to hold throw. Only 58 as a starter.
Jamie's not taking advantage of this.
82.
But a good last dart there.
Indeed, scored almost as many with that last dart as O'Shea did with his 3. But this is some going, and he does it, he does it. He can produce a brilliant 180 after a 58, and then he can follow it with another 45, if you like. But the fact that he can hit them like he does tells me
93.
That what makes him so hard to play, because you can't get a feel.
On a going day, on a going day for him, I bet he's hard to live with when all his bad
44.
shots have been eradicated.
Yeah, you can definitely see that he can play. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But it can also come down to a little bit of a stage experience too, because we haven't really seen too much of John in the past. So for some players, some players take to it. Some players, it's a bit hard to adapt to.
35.
Good darts,
He's
lad.
playing well here.
Yeah.
Jamie looking to apply some serious pressure on this shot. Could really do with another.
100. John, you require 84.
Well, 84 to level up in this set. He's got to win it. He's got to win the leg after that to take us the distance.
Bullseye.
59.
Stay alive. But
Jamie,
Jamie's now going to have a shot at one. If he
130.
can produce a triple here now, he will get a dart at the bullseye.
60, 60, double 5. Or 60, 20, bull. Or 20, 60, bull. Bull it is.
This will win the match.
105.
For the match. So
John, you require 25.
O'Shea's got to take out 25.
He's a scrappy player. Tends to hang around.
21.
But that is an
Jamie,
exact
you
replica of
25.
an earlier shot where he was near to the treble 8 and long way from the double 4. And this is now Hughes ready to pounce. A fraction in.
Got to adjust the line here.
17.
Oh, chance gone to win the match.
John, you
May have
require
stepped to the
4.
right just a little too far.
Well, O'Shea didn't convince. He's going for double.
No score.
He's going for the wrong. He's going for the wrong. He got a shout of 4.
Jamie,
He signaled the 4.
8.
He must have heard the referee shout. He didn't.
And I think he's just realized.
That is lack of concentration if ever there was. He must know he singled the 4 last time and therefore needed 4. That is unforgivable.
Jamie can't believe his luck here.
And
Game.
that means
Shot.
Jamie
Tournament.
Hughes punishes John
Jamie
O'Shea.
Hughes.
John O'Shea showed us more than just a glimpse of what he's capable of, but his inconsistency let him down, and in the end, that lack of concentration. Jamie Hughes, magnificent at times, not quite so magnificent at others, but in the end did enough to put himself in the semi-final of the World Masters.
John O'Shea. But through to our semi-finals, it's Yozza Jamie Hughes.
Many congratulations through to the semi-finals, but a tough match against John O'Shea.
Yeah, you know, made it a bit harder than it should have been, you know, but John Day turned up the way he has done the last few days. We were just on about it over there then about the quality of players he's beat just to get here, you know, and I'm happy with the result, not the performance, which, you know, every time I come to Lakeside I keep saying that.
Is it always tough to play a qualifier who's obviously in good form, coming through, taking out Martin Adams?
Yeah, that's you've hit the nail on the head there. The qualifiers have come through the floor, so they're playing well, they're confident, and we're going up there a bit stiff, you know. We entered the practice over the last couple of days, and that's where you get your shocks. It makes good telling.
Semi-finals, Glenn Durrant, a man you know well, good friend of yours.
Who? Never heard of him. Yeah, no, me and Glenn are very good friends, and that'll be put aside for the hour or so we're on stage. We'll have a drink after, as we always do. And we're all in the same boat, you know. We all want to beat each other when we're on the board, and we all want to have a beer with each other when we're off the board. That's just the way it is.
Good luck, you're playing well. We'll see you in the semi-finals.
Thank you.